Again, back to Harbaugh. If he wins the national championship, go ahead and take the Chargers job in the National Football League. We all know he loves Justin Herbert. We all know that there's a lot of distractions in the city of Los Angeles. There are better things to do than watch a team that ain't winning. In this case, it's the Chargers, an organization that I love because I know a few people in the organization that treat me very well, and I root for them. But the reality is that the Rams are more popular than the Chargers in Los Angeles. Obviously, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Dodgers. I mean, they got distractions. We ain't even talking about the life. Rodeo, Venice Beach, Hollywood, Calabasas, a half hour away. You know, I mean, come on now. There's a lot of things to do in the Los Angeles area. You don't need to go watch the Chargers. They need to be incentivizing us to do so, and hiring Harbaugh will pull that off. Because I believe if they hired him, they'll instantly be better. They'll instantly make the playoffs. And I think with Harbaugh as the head coach, with Justin Herbert as his quarterback, I think they'd have a chance to win the Super Bowl in about 2 years, if not sooner. That's just me. But having said all of that, I wanted to say this, because you got a lot of Michigan fans out there and people popping shit and acting like, you know, what does that show us? What is it? We told you, Stephen A. We told you to everybody else. Because of the whole cheating scandal where you had some scout stealing signs and signals from other teams, impersonating folks on other teams' sidelines and stuff like that. Let me say this to you, because it's very important that I say this to you. I don't give a damn how you look. It doesn't absolve what purportedly happened. Michigan looks like the best team in the nation. And since Harbaugh had to serve that 3-game suspension, they did beat Penn State. They did beat Maryland. They did beat Ohio State. Remember when assistant coach Jerome Moore was crying like a baby? I don't know why. I surmise, I guess it's because he's going to be the next head coach in Michigan if Harbaugh decides to leave. And he wants the world to know how much he owes to Harbaugh for putting him in that position. Fair enough. Whether that required you showing tears and tears streaming down your face on the sidelines on national television, I think is a bit excessive myself. I mean, Dr. Phil, dear Abby, anybody else you want me to call? But nevertheless, bottom line is he clearly deserves to be the next head coach if Harbaugh leaves and goes to the NFL, which he probably will with the NCAA lurking down his back. But it doesn't absolve. No matter how good Michigan looks, it doesn't negate the story that took place. I'm not saying you cheated. What I'm saying is what I said weeks ago. If there was an open investigation into whether or not you have cheated, you do not deserve to participate in the college football playoffs. Now, it turns out that the investigation, at least in the Big Ten's eyes, was certainly closed because they suspended Jim Harbaugh and just moved on. And they preceded whatever movement was going to come down the pike from the NCAA. But bottom line is, if you cheated, you cheated. If I rob a store and I get away with it, it don't mean I'm not a criminal. I still robbed. And that's what Michigan has to accept. That still doesn't mean you're not the best team in the country. You are. It looks like that. And if you win the national championship, you will have deserved it. But you know what else it could mean? What the hell you needed an advantage for? That's what else it could be.